I bet you thought that that was the last of me. Well, I'm here. As I said in the last video, life is uncertain, and I don't think I'm going to be making that short film this summer, the one that I talked about in the last video. It's complicated. I won't get into the reasons here, but yeah. So this video is about self-care. I was gonna title it like beauty tips or health tips, but actually I think I like the term self-care a lot better. Yeah, so they're just like basically my advice for self-care. And yeah, I guess I didn't really want to name it beauty because I still think beauty is like subjective. Like, sure, there's, like symmetry looks good objectively, apparently, according to science, but like, I think even if you don't fit the social standard of what is beautiful, then you are still, basically, I think that you're still beautiful. Like, there's a lot of, like, people who don't fit the mold who I think are still attractive just based on appearance. Okay, anyway. Yeah, okay. I mean, it's, like, very hard because we are conditioned to think that, like, some feature or another feature is, like, good looking. But, okay, anyway, this video is not about that, okay. I ramble too much. So one thing that I've been drinking a lot lately is this thing called fenugreek tea. It's like this seed, it's like a plant seed, and I actually started drinking it because I wanted to see if it would make my boobs bigger. And I don't know why I'm starting the video off with this. I just like made a list randomly, and this is like the first thing I put on the list, so that's why I'm saying it first. And if I'm looking down, that's because I have the list on the floor. Yeah, so what you do is you just put the seeds into like this like tea strainer, and then you boil water, you put the water in, just regular stuff, and then it makes tea. So you just treat the fenugreek seeds as if they're tea leaves. And it kind of has worked a little, so I'm probably gonna still drink it. I drink it daily now, so I've only been doing it for 2 weeks, but that's a new thing that I do, and I'll probably keep doing it until I get sick of it. It makes your breasts plumper. I don't know. That's my experience. Okay, another thing that I do is when you're about to put on your shoes and like you're about to put on your socks, moisturize your feet. So like just get a random like moisturizer and then like moisturize your feet, your toes, whatever, and then put the sock on over top and then put your shoe on. That's what I do every single time I put on my shoes, and it helps to keep your feet from cracking, I guess. Just keeps your feet soft, I suppose. Yeah, just a little trick that I do. Sometimes if I'm in a hurry, I might not do it, but I pretty religiously do this. And after you shower, you should also moisturize your whole body. That would be good if you have the time to do that. And in the first place, a fact about me is I don't actually shower that often. I mean, first, I think it's a waste of water, and and second, I personally don't have a BO issue, so I feel like I don't need to shower that much. And so I would probably shower every 2 days or every 3 days, just depends on what I feel like. And showering also takes a lot of moisture out of your skin anyway, blah, blah, blah. Another thing I wanted to talk about is I don't think you should watch other people's videos and be like, oh my gosh, I want to look like that person, so I'm going to use every single beauty product that they use so that I can look like them. It doesn't work like that. they just look like them, okay? You can't look like someone else. You can't be like, oh, I'm gonna watch Jessica Simpson's like video of like her makeup routine and see all the makeup products she uses, so then I can have like perfect skin like her. It's not like that. I used to think that way too when I was younger, but no. Just use any product, basically any product, hopefully a vegan product, but basically any product to wash your hair, to wash your face, it will do. There's like basically no difference. There isn't some miracle product that's going to be like, oh, it's going to make me look like Jessica Simpson. Okay, maybe I shouldn't be using Jessica Simpson. It's just this random Jessica Simpson came into my mind. But I know she's not like that relevant anymore, but who should I use? Oh, like Miley Cyrus, you know. Yeah, so don't take the advice of like other people and be like, I'm gonna use her hair product and then I will have shiny hair like her. It's not like that. Basically, that's my message. Oh yeah, another self-care tip is you should always fall asleep prior to midnight. That's like something my psychiatrist had told me. Yeah, and humans are just not designed to be awake when the sun is not out. It's not natural. You should always try to get 8 hours sleep and fall asleep prior to midnight. It works well for me because I'm not like a party person. I don't like do anything but go to the library. So I'm pretty good at like sleeping before 12. It might be difficult for some other more party folk, but take care of yourself first because your body is what is going to drive you through the whole of your life. And I think it's really important to take care of your body. Survival. Man. Okay, and then another thing I wrote down is that breakfast is the most important meal. You should wake up. The first thing you do is you should drink a full cup of water, a full glass of water, a full mug of water. That's what I do. I love mugs. That's the first thing you do. Well, maybe you should brush your teeth and then drink the water, whatever you feel comfortable with. And then you should prepare a big breakfast, or at least a filling breakfast. I actually don't really follow this that well. It's a bad habit, but sometimes when I'm really busy or I'm about to go out, especially on a church day, I don't really eat a good breakfast. I basically just eat a banana and an apple, which is really bad because those aren't even that filling. Like, sure, they're high in fiber, which is really good. Fiber is awesome. But it's not enough for breakfast. Breakfast should be your biggest, most filling meal of the day. So my advice would be, sometimes I follow this advice and then I pat myself on the back and I'm like, good job, Julie, you followed your own advice. But okay, so my advice would be you should eat steel-cut oats for breakfast because they're really filling, and then you can add a bunch of nuts to it and a bunch of dried fruit or frozen fruit, and that is going to be super filling and going to be good for your body. Yeah, that's my advice, and I do follow it sometimes. Yeah. Another thing is if you want to have like a flat tummy, I guess, you should eat your last meal of the day prior to 6 p.m. or prior to 7 p.m., but prior to 6 p.m. would be best. Yeah. Because then your body will digest the food first, and then you'll go to sleep, and then your body will be like taking energy from, I don't know, like your fat deposits or something, and then in the morning you'll wake up with a flat stomach. But disclaimer, even people who have flat stomachs, they don't have flat stomachs forever. Like, they're not gonna be like, oh, they're not gonna go to a restaurant and then eat like a bunch of things and then still have a flat stomach. Like, no, it doesn't work like that. If you eat stuff, your stomach is gonna expand. Yeah. So unless this person is a bodybuilder and they have actually like no fat on their body, basically, because they are so diligent in their body weight training, then maybe they do have a flat stomach for like the whole day. But if you're looking at anybody and they have a flat stomach on Instagram or something, it's like either because they starved themselves that day to get that shot, or they just haven't eaten anything that day yet, or it's been a while since they ate something on that day, or they're like that really pro weight training champion abs woman, superwoman person. What else? If you're Asian and you have monolids, something you could try is eyelid tape. If you don't want to get plastic surgery, like I don't really advocate for plastic surgery. I advocate more for like overcoming your body insecurities and loving yourself instead of spending money on something like that when you can spend money on like charity or like donating or something. So I don't really advocate for plastic surgery, but if you want to get bigger eyes, I guess, and you're Asian, then and if you have a crease in your eye already, then eyelid tape might actually transform your eyes to be double eyelided. You just have to try them out and like be committed to like doing it every day, and then like it works sometimes for me, but most of the time it doesn't. Like I have monolids, but I have a crease, and my eyelids are not even. Like one eye is more monolid than the other one. I actually have a lazy eyelid. Yeah, so sometimes I'll use eyelid tape to fix it or like make it more symmetrical looking. So that's another beauty thing that I do. And then another thing is you should drink water before each meal. Like drink a mug full of water before you eat anything. Like if you're about to eat something, just drink water first. That's really helped me. And also you need to drink like enough water in one day to be going to the bathroom a lot and like seeing that your pee is clear. That would be really good. Just saying. I'm really sorry. There's like a lawnmower outside. Yeah. Oh, and do you know why I'm filming in my room right now? It's kind of exciting. I like sort of cleaned my room a little, so it looks a little bit better, eh? Yeah. Patting myself on the back. Okay, so another thing that has helped me is, well, obviously I'm vegan, so I do support veganism. But that's not what I was going to say. Okay, this is kind of going to sound weird, but when you go to poo, you could just actually stand on top of the toilet and squat. Because, okay, yeah, this is like this Asian thing. Like, I know in China that they do this because they have those squatting toilets. They don't have, like, sit-down toilets in certain cities in China. They have, like, those toilets where you just squat over it, and it's just, like, a hole in the floor. I actually don't like those because I get freaked out. And when I used to go back to Shanghai, I would actually need to go to the handicapped washroom so I could actually sit on a toilet. That was, like, back then, I was, like, I just really couldn't go. I couldn't get my body to poo when I was in that free range, like squatting position with just like nothing around and like, yeah. But recently I started to try to squat like on my toilet at home. And okay, I know it sounds weird, but like it actually helps your digestion, in my opinion. It helps the poop to come out with more of the things that are supposed to come out of your body at the same time. And also, I guess in like prehistoric days, people didn't have toilets that they would sit on to poop. They would actually just squat in the forest or something. I don't know, but it makes sense to me that this would probably be a more natural pooping position. And therefore, it has its health benefits. And yeah. Also, another thing is you should be pooping every day, like, if not more than every day. Okay, so those are that's like the end of my list. I hope that this was, I don't know, helpful, I guess. Okay, that's it.